Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your host Nazar. Today we will understand the concept of object oriented programming. Watch this video completely to get sound knowledge of OOP. If you are new to my channel, consider subscribing so that you don't miss upcoming videos. Object oriented programming is the principle of design and development of programs using modular approach. Object oriented programming approach provides advantage in creating and developing of software for real world application. The advantage of OOP is that small module of program can be developed in short span of time, and these modules can be shared by a number of applications. The different object oriented programming languages are C++, Java, C Sharp, etc. Object-oriented programming, or OOP, is used to structure a software program into simple, reusable piece of code or blueprints, usually called as classes, which are used to create individual instances of real-life applications or real-life objects. Cartoons like Chhota Bheem, Motu Patlu, Doraemon, Tom and Jerry are some of the examples where we can see the real life application, how exactly the real world is using the software concept of OOP. Objects are the real world entity. A computer program which is developed to give a real world entity, a real life program into a system or a virtual program is known as object oriented concepts. OOP modulize a program by creating memory area for data and member functions. Data or data member, also known as attribute, member functions, or methods together as a single entity. All objects are created according to the specification of entity defined. Object is a basic unit of OOP. To design object-oriented module or OOM, first a set of classes are defined. A class is a template from which objects are created. The templates of a class specifies the data, member function, and their attributes. Object-oriented programming methods modulize a program by creating memory area for data and memory functions together as a single entity. In brief, object is a real-world entity, or object is something which we can touch, feel, and see. Using object-oriented programming language, we can define a real-world entity within a computer using the same properties and same functions as the object really is. Suppose if we are considering a dog as an object where in real world we can touch, feel and see, which has some functions as eating, walking, jumping, sleeping, the same property can be developed in computer using OOP softwares or OOP languages. These kind of concepts of developing programs using the real world entity into a virtual world is known as object-oriented programming languages. The different characteristics of OOP are objects, classes, data abstraction, data encapsulation, inheritance, overloading, polymorphism, dynamic binding, and message passing. We'll check individually how each characteristics work. The first characteristic of OOP is object. Objects are basic building block for programs. An object may represent a person, place, or a table of data. An object is a collection of data members and associated member function. For example, Let us consider apple, orange, mango are the objects of class fruit. If we take a class as fruit which contains objects like apple, orange, mango, banana, etc. Or if we consider a class as car, we have different types of cars, that is Volvo, Audi, Toyota, etc. Therefore, we can say object is a real world entity. Now, we'll see the second characteristics of OOP, that is class. Class is a way of grouping objects having similar characteristics. Classes contain fields for attributes and methods for behaviors. Example, in class dog, suppose if we consider dog as a name of a class, attribute includes name of the dog, color of the dog, height of the dog, weight of the dog, etc. While method or functions includes barking, eating, sleeping, walking, running, wagging tail, etc. Classes are used to define data types. A class can hold both data member and member functions. Now, let us understand the third characteristics of OOP, that is data abstraction. Data abstraction is a process of showing essential features without showing the background details. It permits the user to use an object without knowing its internal working. Abstraction refers to the process of representing essential features which do not include background details, how exactly a program works. Let's take one real life example of television or TV, which you can turn on and off, change the channels, adjust the volume, and add external components such as speakers, VCRs, and DVD player. But you do not know its internal details. That is, you do not know how it receives signal over the air or through the cable, how it translates them, and finally display them on the screen. So, like, it won't show you the essential features, but it will show only an abstract view how exactly it works, hiding the essential features in the background and showing only essential things which has to be used by the user. This concept is known as data abstraction. Thus, we can say a television clearly separates the internal implementation from its external interface, and you can play with its interface like the power button, channel changing, and volume control without having any knowledge how it internally works, how the signals is received, how the band is changed, how the volume is decreased. All these are not shown to the user. So, data abstraction is showing the essential features without showing the background details. Now, let us move on for the fourth characteristics of OOP, that is data encapsulation. Data encapsulation is a process of combining both data member and member function, that is attribute and method, into a single unit. Data encapsulation will prevent direct access to data. This data can be accessed only through methods or functions present inside the class. The data cannot be modified by any external non-member functions of a class. Data encapsulation enables data hiding or information hiding. Example for encapsulation: a capsule which is mixture of several medicines, and the outer cover protects the medicine from external factors like moisture, wind, dust, etc. In OOP, medicine is nothing but data member and member function, and the layer which protects the external layer is nothing but the process of encapsulation. Data encapsulation, also known as data hiding, is a mechanism whereby the implementation detail of a class are kept hidden from the users. The user cannot only perform a restricted set of operations on the hidden members of the class. The second example for data encapsulation could be school bag or any luggage bag, where the materials or the books kept inside the school bag are protected using an external shell bag, where it protects from rain and other sort of dusty elements. So bag can be said as an protected layer or encapsulant. Thus, the four characteristics of OOP, like object, classes, data abstraction, and data encapsulation, are being studied in this video. Let us check the points to be remembered. Object. Objects are real world entities. The second characteristics of OOP, classes. Class is nothing but a blueprint of an object. The third characteristic of OOP, data abstraction. Abstraction is a process of showing essential features without showing the background details. And the fourth characteristics of OOP is encapsulation, wrapping up of data member, that is attribute, and member function, that is method, into a single unit is called data encapsulation. This video I had divided into two parts. First 4 characteristics of OOP is in part 1, and the next 5 characteristics of OOP is in part 2. Please watch part 2 to understand the rest of the concept of OOP. I will leave the link in description and also in the I button above.